All right. Welcome back, everyone. J Bone here for Smash This Podcast. Hey, Jamie, what's up? We already got someone in the chat. Off topic. Of course, it's off topic. I'm kidding. I'm just messing with you. Knockouts tag titles. I would definitely say Madison Rayne and Kiera Hogan. I think that'd be a great team together. But they need a bigger knockouts division before they start doing that. So hopefully within the next year to 2 years, they can look to do that once the brand starts growing on TV. That's right. All right, now let's get into the show. Welcome back, everyone. We are talking some NXT. They debuted on USA. Had a hell of a debut. And as we're getting into this, don't forget to smash this like button and smash the sub button as well. Shoot, I didn't even throw this on social medias. I am really off today. I did not have enough coffee. But hey, we're winging it. We're just going to do this. Haven't talked about NXT in a long time. But I am very excited about their future on USA. Very excited. I can't wait to see what they did. Right off the bat, I'm going to say I enjoyed it. I've got some criticism. I'm not going to slam the show. But I am going to be a little critical of a few things. It's, instead of just coming on here and be like, oh, it was shit. It's like, well, what didn't you like about it? I'm going to tell you what I didn't like about it, but I can tell you that a majority of this new show on USA, and granted, yeah, you had to change formats and then jump over to the network for the rest of it. Which we have to do that for 2 weeks. That's not a big deal. As long as the network is working. Now, I heard, what's up, Jesse? This was better than Raw and SmackDown. Yeah, you know what? And I haven't watched Raw and SmackDown in well over a month or two again, since like one of the last pay-per-views. Malcolm, what is up? Good to see you guys here. Get it too sweet. Overall, I liked it. Okay. So I watched it late. I did not watch it live. I wanted to, but life, just all I gotta say is life happens, Thank God for DVRs and you could just watch it later on the network, whenever. So I didn't have the issues that everyone else did, because usually replays of stuff work pretty good for me. The live pay-per-views, not so good. And if I keep having issues, I'm going to have to get rid of it. But I can tell you right off the bat, and I know this is a big question out there, and I think I've said this, but I'll address it again. I'll watch this on USA until AEW goes live. Once AEW goes live, I'm watching AEW. Because I'm very curious to see what they're doing. I've got the network. I have no reason, if I'm paying for the network, I have no reason to watch NXT live. I can watch it after AEW. And I can review both in the same night if I want to. One would obviously have to be a little later. So if you're wondering where I stand with that, that's what I'm doing. But this following week, I am very curious to see what they're going to do with show number 2. So I'll try to catch it live. No guarantees. I'll try to catch it live. Jamie says, I don't have the networks. I saw the highlights of what happened there on YouTube. Oh, yeah. They always put up the YouTube highlights. Seen the debut at NXT was great. The Dream versus Roderick Strong was my favorite match of the night. app on Roku. There you go. See, there's lots of different options out there. And speaking of Roderick Strong versus Velveteen, oh my God, what a match. We're going to kind of just jump all over the place. And you know what? Nobody celebrated better than Roderick Strong. Did you see the Instagram? Did you see it? Oh my God. If you might want to turn your kids away from the computer or tablet or phone or whatever you're watching this on. Did you see his Instagram? It's crazy. It's crazy. We're going to share how Roderick Strong celebrated. You ready for this? There you go, folks. Roderick Strong pulling a Shawn Michaels. Oh, man. Just celebrating the best way he can. Naked with his title. Crazy. So damn funny. Unbelievable. So, yeah, I had to I was thinking about making that the thumbnail of the video, and I'm like, no, YouTube will take it down immediately. But I wanted to share that with you guys. If you guys didn't see it, I thought that was absolutely hilarious. So there you go. Had to share it. Your thoughts on that? No, but that was probably it's really hard for me to pick like the best match of the show. I mean, there were some people that were like really critical of the show, like the USA, like Meltzer's review was like the USA person was strong. The network wasn't as good. I felt like they both were pretty even as far as wrestling. The promos were nice. They introduced little things because a lot of these people, I know who they are, but I haven't seen them wrestle in so long just because I haven't watched the product. I haven't been keeping up with it. I tried to watch the last takeover. Network wouldn't let me. Network would not let me. It just kept doing this and this and this and this. And I just was like, nope, I can't do it. I just can't. It was that way with the Cardiff one, the UK one, because I've been hearing so many positive things about it. I wanted to review it on here. Couldn't watch it. Watched like one match, and I'm not going to review like one match, and the rest of it's going like this. So yeah, they still have a lot of hiccups. And by all means, let me know if you had, problems too with the network. If you have the network and you tried watching it on there. I think usually USA, I don't know. If I do watch, like, okay, my wife watches WWE, honestly, a lot more than I do lately. She'll watch the Raw and she'll watch the SmackDown. And USA is usually pretty good. It's a little glitchy here and there with the HD. Little glitchy, not going to lie. But it's not bad. So, hopefully they can like even get that better. Ronnie, what is up? Critical Sting's in here. Really enjoyed the show, but damn, top half off a Trev, Cameron Grimes. Yeah. Backcountry Ringmaster. Yeah, you're not the only one that thought that. I was like, whatever. It was really hard to see exactly what his gimmick was because he came out. His match was legit like 4 seconds long. Big double stomp, 1, 2, 3. That was it. So, and I know he's wrestled in the tournament, the new star tournament, whatever it was called, but I didn't watch any of it. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with him, if they like expand on this gimmick. I mean, he's not really, what do they call him? The Carolina Caveman. I mean, you don't have to really do a lot with him. You really don't. You can, but I don't think they should try to overdo it with him. I mean, yeah, the hat's kind of weird. We'll see what they do with him. I mean, I am curious. Do you have a problem with Impact Plus? No, I never have a problem with Impact Plus. Anything I watch on there, it's all good. It's all gravy. It's all good. It's actually been 10 times better than I could say the network is right now, currently. Absolutely. Little blurry on the USA app. Okay. Okay. Country ring gear. I mean, I'm used to black trunks from TNA, or excuse me, Impact. See, and he was with them through that whole TNA into Impact, or I should say, actually, it was TNA to GFW to Impact. So that whole string there, and that I really, and it took me a while to be a fan of his because damn, he was what, X Division champ? He was like 2 or 3 time X Division champ. The guy was, I mean, I really became a big fan of his. So I wish he had a longer match here. I feel like he deserves it, but this goes hand in hand with the whole thing that Trips was saying right before the show. He said, "Don't blink." There's your perfect example. If you blink, you missed Cameron and these new names. What is it? Cameron Grimes. Cameron Grimes. I've really got to get used to some of these names. But let's get into this. I don't think you could have had a better intro. I mean, Trips is always, very just in your face, very matter of fact. We're coming at you and we're coming at you strong. I dug it. It's what I expected. Mauro Ranallo is always up here. He's very rarely down here. And this is where my constructive criticism comes in, so just bear with me here. What is Shane Strickland's name in the WWE? It's Isaiah. Oh my God. Not enough coffee today. Bear with me. Isaiah Swerve Scott. I believe that's what it is. Isaiah Scott. Yeah. Critical Stinks as Isaiah Scott. There you go. A lot of people I don't know on NXT. Yeah. Yeah, it's I haven't watched in a while, but they've got a lot of people that I love. I love Keith Lee, Matt Riddle, Killian Dane's a beast, Pete Dunne, the Undisputed Crew. I'm such a fan of Roderick Strong. The guy is creeping up on 40, and he won his first championship, excuse me, in NXT. I'm so happy for him. That's why I talked about him first and showed the thumbnail of him and his belt. I'm so proud of him. I mean, Adam Cole is NXT champ. Fish and Kyle O'Reilly are tag champs. So that whole crew's got gold now. Some people are critical of that. I'm not opposed to that. I love Velveteen Dream. That's why I made him the thumbnail of this video, man. That dude shines every time. Now, Triple H said that that NXT is not going to be part of this draft that's coming up for Raw and SmackDown. I don't believe it for a second. If you've got Kevin Owens going to NXT, and I believe he is, I think he'd be happier there. NXT is going to be freaking huge. Did you guys see the numbers they did? They did 1 million. They did just over 1 million views. What did I hear? 1.2. 1.2 million. Not bad. Not bad for development going, getting stuck on USA. I mean, they're really trying to get away from that, them calling it that, but it still is that. There's like two tiers of NXT. There's what you get thrown on TV for, and there's the other part that's stuck down in Florida, or that tours Florida. It's going to be interesting to see how they tour this. And it's staying. See, this is another part of the criticism. They're staying in Florida. I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, oh my God, NXT is the new TNA. They're staying in Florida. It's and I haven't heard anyone else say that, but I think it's funny as hell. And I respect Samuel Shaw. Yeah, I don't know what they're calling him, but yeah, Samuel Shaw is in NXT. Dexter, what is it? Dexter Loomis. Yeah, Loomis. Yeah. What is Velveteen Dream supposed to be? He's just very flamboyant. I mean, he's see, and this is a guy that, and I'll get to talking about the matches more. Just, bear with me. I'm just talking all over the place with it pretty much right now. Just what to expect, what I think of what's happening right now. Velveteen Dream is, number one, I never knew much about the kid. What's his name? Clark. That's his real name. Something Marshall Clark or something like that. He was the only big time wrestler that was in the last, Tough Enough, I think it was. And he's the only one, I think, that lasted that whole group. Patrick Clark, that's it. Thank you. Critical Sting, look at that. Coming up with it again, man. Boom. Always coming up with it. Cheers, dude. Thank you. Always helping out this old fart when he, forget shit. So appreciate it. You just have no idea. You saw him on Tough Enough. Yeah, and I just, I didn't really watch it much. I don't remember much of it either. It was pretty, I don't know. I remember the big dude was like, that's all I remember. And he's not even there anymore. And he won or something. Shit. Crazy. But Clark, when he first came out with that gimmick, the Prince gimmick, and he still kind of has it. He has the three, whatever, the third eye glasses, whatever. I liked them. Mandy and Sonia were in that class. Oh, that's right. They were. Yeah, my bad. You're right. You're right. Okay, so some people made it out and got to the main roster. But now, I mean, NXT, what they're putting on TV now, you can call that the main roster too now, because they got its own show on USA, man. They got a 2-hour slot. Dude, wrestling is so freaking crazy right now, isn't it? But back to Dream. Yeah, when he started that gimmick, and this was right after Prince died, and I didn't like it. And I was a big fan of Prince. I really was. I love Prince. Especially with what he was doing with the girls. That girl band that he was doing within the last, decade or so, give or take a little. Third Eye Girl, whatever. I actually knew the drummer. Hannah, something, I forget. But anyways, I didn't like the gimmick. Was really turned off by it. So I instantly was like, no, screw that. Don't like him. And then I saw him wrestle. And I saw a lot of his matches. And I saw how hard he was working. And he changed up his gimmick constantly to, get noticed and go over the top and everything. And I really got to respect him. He's pretty much I'd say top 3 guys on NXT right now, in my opinion. Honestly, between charisma and wrestling. Now, they said he's injured, a lumbar injury. If you guys don't know what lumbar is, that's lower back. I know all about the lower back. 3 surgeries, 1 fusion. Crazy. So is it legit? I don't know. He took a couple of, nasty backbreaker finishers or whatever they call that from Roderick Strong. So we'll see. We'll see how legit it is. And it could have been just a way to write him off of NXT and shoot him straight to the main roster for SmackDown Live. Who knows? Who knows? Not going to assume anything. Are they copying Prince with LG? Yeah, I mean, some would say that, but he's been all over the place with his gimmick lately, so I'd say no. Some of it certainly is a nod to Prince, and I'm okay with it now because I see, I have changed my mind about Velveteen Dream. He's one of my favorites on there. How much are we going to get? Going to bet Vince will turn Dream into Rick James. I'm Rick James, bitch. Minus the cocaine. No cocaine for Dream. Oh, that's too funny. I mean, shit. The guy has balls. The guy has humongous balls. Writing stuff on his trunks like "Call me up, Vince." The guy's got balls. No one's done that before. Yeah, I don't think anybody's done that before. All right. Let's talk about this first match. Holy shit. Fatal 4-way for the number 1 contender. The women's number 1 contender. Io Shirai, Bianca Belair, Mia Yim, and Candice LeRae. Now, I love Candice LeRae. I've seen her stuff on the indies, and she hasn't really wrestled a lot in NXT. She's been Mrs. Mr. Wrestling, Mrs. Johnny Wrestling for like the first couple of years there. Now she's finally getting a chance to shine, which is tremendous. Mia Yim, like so many of these, I haven't seen what they've been doing on NXT. I know she just had a championship shot. I know that much. But I know her stuff. I know her from Impact. That's where I became a fan of hers. And she was Knockouts champ, I think. I think she was Knockouts champ, if I'm correct. Io Shirai, just sick in the ring. Bianca Belair. Now, this is a girl that I've been, This is a girl I've been very critical of. I could not stand the whole, waving the hair around, whipping it on people. I felt like I just, Mia was Jade. Yeah, I remember that group. That was Taryn Terrell's group, the Dollhouse, I think. And I can't think of the third girl. She had big hair. I remember that much. She was supposed to be the next Gail Kim, Mia Yim. Interesting. I never heard that. Okay. Candice and Shayna is going to be good. Huh. Marty Bell. Yeah. Marty Bell. Thank you. Yep. No one's signed her yet. A little surprised. I'm sure someone will sign her within the next year. She's good. Candice. Oh, you're saying Candice LeRae versus Shayna is going to be good. Okay. Wow. I get it. Sorry. Yes. Yes, it will be. Might be the one to finally dethrone Shayna Baszler, honestly. That match is coming up 2 weeks. That's the big debut, or that's the big one that's going to be going up against AEW's debut. So that's going to be interesting to see what both shoes. We've got a really great shoe for you this evening. To see what both shows do that night as far as viewership. Who gets Who gets more? Candice LeRae versus Shayna Baszler. Not people are a fan of Baszler, but I am. She was dominating that division for years. Yeah, I mean, she really has. She's been going crazy. That first match, holy shit. Holy shit. Those girls left it all in the ring. And I did not expect Candice LeRae to win. She would not have been. I certainly would have liked to seen her win. She would not have been my pick. I mean, I went into this with zero expectations. Like, okay, what are they going to do? Those women killed it. Okay, booking, and I don't usually talk about booking. If I'm booking this show, the woman would have headlined it with that fatal 4-way. And I would have opened up with the brawl. Or put the brawl in the middle. Start the second half with the brawl. I would not have ended with the brawl. I felt that was a weak finish. That's me, though. That's me. Because I didn't feel like the brawl did anything. Because then we saw the highlights of what happened afterwards, and Regal's out there just complaining, like, you guys are going to get this match again. It's really? Hell of a punishment. You guys didn't do it right. You're going to do it again. I don't know. I'm not going to try to speak William Regal. My British accent is not very well. You were hoping Candice was going to win. Go, man. Never been a huge fan of Bianca Belair. I tell you, though, man, she impressed me here. She really did. The first time that Bianca Belair stood out to me, because all four of these women absolutely killed it. They all looked strong. They all worked incredibly well together. I mean, does the match look like it was, well thought out in a sense? Yeah, but that's not a bad thing, I think there was like one hiccup during the match. Someone slipped or something. Maybe I'm thinking of a different one. Oh, no, I'm thinking of the Xia Li versus Aaliyah. Holy crap, I wrote that wrong. With Vanessa Bourne. We'll talk about the ladies and we'll talk about the rest of it. That was not super impressed with that match. Xia Li looks like she's still... I was actually thinking, and it's like, okay, well, they're trying to show the international flair of the international stretch of the NXT division by bringing out Xia Li. That's fine. I get that. First Chinese woman. They made a big point on that to be on the main roster, I guess. You could say, or be on WWE television in a sense. So there's that first that they had. I mean, I know she was part of the Mae Young Classic, but was it the first one or second one? I think it was the second one. That's when they started going over to China and bringing over a few people. So I wasn't super impressed with that match. I was honestly hoping Aaliyah would win because I kind of like her. She looks like she's changed her look up a little bit. She's a little more sassy. But the back and forth wasn't very good between those two. I could have done without that one. I mean, I understand why they did it, but it just, yeah, that was kind of a rough one to watch. Not too good. But Xia Li gets the win there. Okay, back to the first part here. Sean Maluta versus Cameron Grimes. We talked about Cameron Grimes a little bit. Kind of a goofy hat, whatever. It beat Sean Maluta in a few seconds. Hashtag don't blink. Total squash. Interesting to see where they're going to go from here with Cameron Grimes. Next, we had the NXT North American. We talked about this too a little bit. Roderick Strong versus Velveteen Dream. Oh my God. just amazing. It's really hard. I mean, I would flop 20 times during this review just to try to pick one because a lot of these matches were just so good, so good. And I'm a big fan of Roderick Strong and Velveteen Dream, so I felt it. Some other people out there were very critical of it, didn't like it. I loved it. I felt these two were just destroying each other. I loved it. I've seen Roderick Strong all the way back to the early 2000s, back in early days of TNA, and had the chance to meet him once when he came here to Milwaukee when Ring of Honor came, and had a shot with him. Super nice guy, tremendous. So, congratulations, Roderick Strong. Your fans in Wisconsin are very proud of you. He's Wisconsin born. He may not have been raised here, but he's Wisconsin born. It's something in the water around here. I swear it is. It's the cheese. It's the cheese. It's we're raising champs around here, right? All right. What else we got here? And new Undisputed Era. Oh yeah. Hold on, we'll go. Yeah, Adam Cole super kicked Velveteen Dream into next week. That's okay. That reminds me that it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Because I could totally see how some little rift would happen in Undisputed, because I could see Cole rubbing it in to Velveteen Dream like, hey, you're champ because I helped you. Something like that. The Messiah backbreaker. Yes. Yes. So good. It's been good for years, right? Destroying backs for decades. Guy's been wrestling for almost 20 years. He's creeping up on 40. Isn't that crazy? He's like 39. Unbelievable. I'm so happy for him though. But we'll see what happens with Velveteen. Is this a way to write him off and put him on the main roster? Are they just selling an injury for storyline's sake? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. So that's hour one. Hour one was pretty damn good. Hour two. So in 2 weeks we're getting the women's title match. It's on. They're going to put it on. I don't know where they're going to put it. I'm assuming USA. I could be wrong. Probably would want to. Shayna Baszler versus. Well, actually, in 2 weeks that will be the 2-hour debut instead of the split up USA Network stuff like they're doing this week and next week. Shayna Baszler defending against Candice LeRae. That'll happen. Pete Dunne. I always say it wrong. Pete Dunne versus Arturo Ruiz. Oh, man, did these two have a good match. Jeez. And then I read or heard something about Arturo Ruiz. He's got some dislocated fingers or some broken fingers. Probably for storyline's sake to help build up Pete Dunne because he's new on the NXT roster straight from the UK. It'll be interesting to see how long he's on there. Is he on there permanently? Is he doing like a 3-month gig in the States? I don't know. Sometimes UK people do that. They get like a 3-month visa. Maybe he'll be here till Christmas. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Same with Tony Storm and another group we're going to get to in a little bit. Dakota Kai is returning next week. A lot of fans of Dakota Kai out there. I barely remember her. I think when Shayna Baszler started getting real white hot, like that started that whole undefeated thing, I think Dakota Kai got injured right around that time. And yeah, she's been gone a while, hasn't she? Talked about Xia Li versus God, I can't read my writing. Aaliyah. I don't know. I don't know what the hell that is. Crazy. All right, so then we have Denzel DeJournette. It's not delivery, it's DeJournette. Denzel DeJournette. He's supposed to have a match with Kushida. Now, this Denzel is a pretty big guy. He's like 6'4". Like when he first came out, it was hard to tell how big he was. And he started getting in the ring, and they said he's 6'4", 250, 260, 250, something like that. So he's a fairly big guy. He's like Shelton Benjamin size, in a sense, you know? And he immediately gets surrounded by Imperium. Now, I'm not familiar with this group. I've seen and heard some stuff with the UK that this is a new group that just formed over there. This group surrounding Walter. Walter, very popular, very controversial guy. Walter then comes out with his championship after Denzel just gets annihilated. And he's like, we're going to start changing this brand. We're going to change wrestling here in this company, or whatever he says. Just paraphrasing. I didn't know Street Profits lost the takedowns. They're on the main roster now, so yeah, they got to lose them. Imperial. No, it's Imperium. It's not the butter. Not the butter. It's not Blue Bonnet. It's oh jeez. Enter random name of butter. It's what's that other popular one? I can't think. I don't know. It's stupid joke. I'll continue. Kushida then comes out, interrupts Walter. Oh my God, this guy's got some balls. Called the mat sacred. Yeah, he did, didn't it? So Kushida comes out, takes out Imperium, with the exception of Walter. Walter gets his hands on him, counters, gives him a little super kick, gets the hell out of Dodge. Smart guy. Got the hell out of Dodge. And he starts doing this. I don't know what this is. He wants a one-on-one match. This guy, I don't know. He's challenging Walter to a match. I don't know if he's challenging for his championship, but he's so I'm guessing maybe in 2 weeks. Kushida versus Walter. Yeah, Jamie. Yeah, Kushida versus Walter. I think we're gonna get it. Kushida's amazing. He really is. Now, this is the first example of them bringing the 205 Live brand to NXT. We had a number one contendership match for the, I almost said the 205 Live championship, the Cruiserweight Championship, which I feel so bad for everyone involved with that because they've just been like the bastard of WWE for 2 years now. Amazing talent, not knocking the talent, just how they're put out there and like, but not even barely talked about or promoted. Pre-show? Meh. What's that? Meh. Everyone does. 205 Live is the meh of WWE. It's sad. But this match, welcome back Lio Rush. Oh my God. And Oney Larkin. I know he's good, but I never paid much attention to him. Both these guys destroyed each other. Oh my God. Lio Rush got his ass kicked and then kicked Oney Larkin's ass. Very impressive. Psycho face slap. Yeah, I'd never seen that before. Is that a new thing with him? Because I'd never seen that. That's crazy. He started, I don't know, he started hulking up whatever. I was like, oh my God, what is he doing? Get him a water or something. Here. He turned like beet red. It was ridiculous. Started shaking and he's all, and he starts slapping his shit out of Leo, and then Leo counters it, gets the win. A redheaded stepchild. Yes. Andre, what's up? Just posting on the backup channel on this. Was visible in the subscription feed, but it wasn't on the main channel of mine. You got to hit that notifications button, Andre. You got to smash it. No, I'm just kidding. That's funny, though. Dude, YouTube's funny. Algorithms are funny. You know, you never know. Like, if I'm live on the Total Nonstop Impact podcast, it takes like 10 minutes for it to show up on my feed so I can, like, watch it live while being live. It's ridiculous. So, yeah, I get that. But, yeah, so happy Leo Rush is back. And Trips, I don't know if you listened to the post show, Trips put him over. Trips really put over Leo Rush. Really did. It was so nice to see. Just amazing to see that, because the guy's been shit on for 6 months. He really has. He's been eating shit sandwiches from everyone for 6 months, and he comes back strong. Leo Rush is your new number 1 contender. Dude, Leo Rush versus Drew Gulak. I hope we see that on the 2nd. I really do. Because I'll watch that. I'm still watching AEW live, but I want to see that. We'll do, Andre. We'll do. I've been slacking this week. I haven't put out hardly anything, but yes, I will. Are you watching the AAA show tonight on Access TV or Impact? I'm going to record the Access TV because I couldn't watch it. I was too busy dealing with Tracy. My wife had knee replacement surgery. So everything that happened, all the Impact shows, the AAA show, everything, I only caught like tiny, like few minute segments here and there in passing. I didn't watch anything. I'm still catching up on so much of it. I'm going to review it. I just haven't had the time. It's just been tough. So thanks everyone for being here and being patient. The channel's still, climbing the numbers. It's amazing. Thank you. It's life. Life happens, and I can't be like, hey, sorry, babe. You're second to the podcast. No, man. I took her to therapy today and made sure she was set. She's resting now. She had a rough morning. Gave her some McDonald's to celebrate her. She's kicking ass. She's in a lot of pain. She's suffering, but she's doing great. She's doing good. She's Maroc. She's Mrs. J-Bone. She's incredible. So yeah. Jason Kincaid. Yeah, he's something. Oh, did he? Oh, so he trained Leo Rush? That's interesting. Yeah, Leo's just amazing. I really hope for big things for him. I honestly don't believe half the bullshit that was going out there around him. I really don't. Oh, he did this and oh, he did that. Most of that shit, it's all just made up bullshit. What do you call that? Clickbait? It's clickbait. It's bullshit. Don't believe it. I don't believe half of it. Unless something comes from the horse's mouth, this is what happened. About 99% of the time, it's the only thing that I believe, Press releases, that kind of shit. So yeah, Leo Rush, number 1 contender. Super stoked for that. And Oni Lorcan, wow. I've never thought too much of him. Was happy that he joined the 205 Live brand or the cruiserweight division. Thought he would be a good fit, something different. But he shined. He really shined. So, whatever else he does in the NXT brand, hell yeah, man. He's in the tag team with all right, here you go, Critical Sting. Fill in the blank for me. Or someone. Who is Oni Larkin in the tag team with? I know it's another bald guy from Florida. I can't think of it. Danny Burch. See? Too sweet. Thank you, Critical Sting. Look at that. Be a brand new again. Jeez. How much better Mick Foley moves compared to before. It's all because of that operation. Yeah. Danny Burch, yeah, he's from the UK. Yeah, that much I know. Oh, I should say, I saw him do a lot of wrestling in Florida. Like he was in, like when I was watching Flow Slam, he wasn't in NXT. He was taking a break from it. He was in FIP down there. No, not FIP. He was in one of the brands on Flow Slam 2 years ago. A lot. He was like their champ for a while. I can't remember. But yeah, I know he's from the UK originally. Yeah, he's English. And then like I said, the street fight. If I'd have booked this show, I would have put the street fight somewhere else in the middle. I didn't feel like that was a strong finish. Oh, and Imperium got involved in it. Oh gosh. And then some other tag team with a bunch of guys in leather vests that I forgot their name. And then, oh God, everyone and their mother was out there and just, yeah. I wasn't impressed. It just wasn't. The show in total was great. Please, don't get me wrong. The debut on USA and then the switch to everything was great. But I would have put either the women last or I would have put Velveteen and Roderick Strong last. Because Riddle, I mean, I want to see Riddle and Killian Dane have a real match. Because those two are going to just beat the shit out of each other. No interference. That's where I think that's the only thing they bombed on. But yeah, I'll say solid show. A very good debut. They got over 1 million views. You can't knock that. That's impressive. It's going to be very interesting to see what AEW pulls off in a few weeks. I'll be watching. Hopefully, this will work on the network because that's where I'm going to be watching it. Well, it's supposed to be on the network like the next day. I think that's what they said about NXT. They'll put it on the network the next day. I'll DVR it. If I have the time, I'll watch both and I'll review one or the other, whatever. Probably do AEW live Wednesday nights if I can. So yeah, great episode. Had some criticism. Oh, last thing. Yeah, I heard about the Kenny Omega thing. I heard about it. I didn't hear it. I see everyone's talking about it. I'm not going to comment on it because I haven't heard what he said, but I know that there's stuff out there. So I'll check it out later when I got time. Commentary team. I want to go back to that for a minute. Major issues. Yeah. See, and I didn't watch anything live. I watched the USA debut on my DVR later that night, and then I watched the replay after that, and that both were fine. So I didn't see the issues, but I heard there was plenty of issues. WWE apologized for it. Trips kind of, not everybody. There's a very small amount of people that had issues, so whatever. Not sorry. Sorry, but not sorry. He came off kind of shitty about it. But that's Trips. Trips is all balls all the time. Trips. Speaking of. Speaking of Trips. No, I'm not going to spit on my computer. Speaking of Trips, man, there is nothing more crazy than Trips after the show. I want you in the trenches with me. There, Triple H screaming the hair off his nuts. Oh my God. Hilarious. High-fiving, went into the crowd, getting his troops all fired up. Oh my God. Spit on your computer. Most recent brawl I've seen was Lashley and Reigns. No, I mean, I'm glad. I mean, this is his baby. He has every right to be fired up and excited about it and proud of it. He can be proud on this first show. He's been like on this brand practically since day one when Vince gave it to him. You know, I don't know if Vince was, or I don't know if Triple H was there from like 2010 on or whatever year it was, 2012. I don't know if he's been professional speed. What? No, Jiminy Christmas. That's funny. But he's done a great job. Okay. I'm not going to knock him for that. I can laugh at it and appreciate it. I'm not, I'm not like, oh, he's a piece of shit. No, I'm not saying that about Triple H. It was just exciting to see him so fired up, and it made me giggle a little. Okay, so he's excited. No, that's great. That's good. That's good. He had a great first show. Congratulations, Trips. I can say that. But Mauro Ranallo is one of the best guys announcing today. But I don't want Mauro Ranallo always up here. I want him here for like the big shit. I don't want him up here for the whole match. If he's up here for the whole match, where else are you going to go? I mean, he's going to have a stroke. I want to see, and then I noticed this later that he was a little more chill, but that first match with the women, he was constantly up here. And it was like, okay, seriously. And then Beth Phoenix trying, and I'm saying keyword trying to be up here with him just sounded ridiculous. It really did. I love Beth Phoenix, and I appreciate everything she's done in the world of wrestling. Please don't tell me, oh, he's bashing women. No, I'm not bashing women. Okay? I just don't like her on commentary. I don't like Renee Phoenix on commentary either, because every time they say something, it sounds like it came off a goddamn cue card. It doesn't sound genuine. It doesn't sound like it sounds like they're trying too hard. Mauro Ranallo is always just on point. I want him to chill a little bit and not always be up here. I want Mauro like here. You can be here and still make your point. You can still make your point and be here and not always be up here. And Nigel McGuinness is like great with his informative stuff. He's always like even keel. He's never like up here, almost never. Don West was the best for hyping stuff. Don West, yeah, God bless him. He was great. He really was. I'd love to see him back in Impact once in a while. He was with he came back for about 2 seconds for like the Green Bag special when GFW was doing some kind of thing. I don't know. You don't think Mauro Ranallo needs to change anything? I just felt like that's fine. That's fine. I just felt like that first part of the show, he was just it was almost hard to listen to. Like I had to turn the volume down and just watch it. You woman basher. I don't likes the women. I only likes the men. I take my ring off for my podcast. Oh, shit. But yeah, Good show. There's my constructive criticism. I don't like Renee Phoenix on there. I don't want to see them put a woman on there for the sake of having a woman on there. Okay? I want a woman on there that's going to, I don't know. Nigel McGuinness is terrible. He's a little bland. I appreciate his, like I said, his Renee Phoenix? Did I say Renee Phoenix? I meant Beth Phoenix. Renee Phoenix. No, Renee, what the fuck's her name? Oh my god, I'm losing my mind. Beth Phoenix, NXT, Renee, what's her name? From Raw. I'm completely losing my mind. Renee Michelle. Renee Michelle, what? Oh, what's up, Eli? What's up? Renee Young, thank you. Oh my God. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. That impersonation voice. Which one? This one? I take off my ring for my podcast because I'm gay sometimes. No. I love all the men who come in here and compliment me. I love you. Mwah. See, this is what happens when J-Bone doesn't get enough coffee. All my men's, I love you. Mwah. All right. Oh, shit. There you have it. All right, so there's your shits and giggles for the day. All right, thanks for joining me. Loved the episode. And if you're watching this after the fact, please, in the comments below, let me know what you thought. And don't forget to smash that like button, smash that sub button, and ring-a-ding-a-ding that bell for notifications so let you know what more of my content. It's screen. A Geico Gecko. I don't know. Imagine Taz in AEW. Jiminy Christmas. Are people calling him? I don't even know. I used to listen to his podcast all the time, and I haven't listened to it lately. I used to watch he would put it on Facebook. He would put the last hour on Facebook, and I'd play it in the mornings. Like when I'd get out of, this is when I worked a couple of years ago. I'd work third shift, get out for work, and then Taz would be on, and I'd get the notification. I'd play it on my phone on the way home. Taz and Don Callis. All right, what show? All right, we're getting out of here. Thanks for tuning in. Much love. Smash that like button. We're out of here.